What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I'd like to give you guys some Atlanta Falcons news. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content. Hit that like button for your boy. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys continuing to share out my content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So today in Atlanta Falcons news, the Atlanta Falcons have placed Eddie Goldman, defensive tackle, on the exempt list. He will not be a part of the 2023-2024 Atlanta Falcons. From what I've heard, Eddie Goldman did have some personal issues going on with his family off the field. So I wish Eddie Goldman nothing but the best. I wish him happy trails. I hope all is well with him and his family. But with that being said, the Atlanta Falcons are going to move forward. So he's not going to be a part of the 90-man roster. Also, yesterday, the Atlanta Falcons did release linebacker Dorian Etheridge as well. Dorian Etheridge really hadn't played a lot of games for our Atlanta Falcons. He did play in the preseason last year, and he did get injured, I believe, last year during training camp and during preseason. So I don't believe he played in any games for our Atlanta Falcons last year, but he was a part of the Atlanta Falcons the last 2 seasons. He was on the practice squad, and basically he was in training camp last year before he got injured. So I do want to wish Dorian Etheridge as well, the linebacker, happy trails as well. But with that being said, also in Atlanta Falcons news, the Atlanta Falcons did sign today running back Godwin Igwebuike, I believe is how you say his name. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but he's a running back, basically played last season with the Seattle Seahawks. He goes about 6 feet, 215 pounds, and he actually played his college football at Northwestern. He actually was a cornerback or a defensive back in college. And when he came into the NFL, the first couple seasons, he also played defensive back, and he was converted by the Detroit Lions to running back, and by the Seattle Seahawks, he played running back as well. So he is one of those guys that I think they're bringing in to possibly be a special teams player and a backup running back. He did do kickoff returns last season for the Seattle Seahawks, and he was one of the better kick returners in the NFL last season for the Seattle Seahawks. So I really think that this is a huge move for our Falcons, because we know that Avery Williams did go down with an injury, a season-ending injury earlier this offseason. So I really believe that Godwin will come in and possibly be one of those guys that'll be a special teamer, be one of those guys that can return kicks for us outside of Cordell Patterson. And because we haven't really filled that role on the special teams as far as guys that can return kicks, I really believe that's the main reason they brought in Godwin Igwebuike, is to be one of those guys or who could possibly be a special teamer as far as returning kickoffs and returning punts. And I definitely think that he also has some skill as well at the running back position. When he was with the Detroit Lions, he had 1 touchdown. He had a big touchdown run against the Pittsburgh Steelers. But he doesn't have a ton of film as far as him playing the running back position. Mainly, most of his film in the NFL is basically him as a special team kickoff returner. And like I said, last year, he was one of the better kick returners for the Seattle Seahawks. He is a guy that can come in and help flip field position for our Atlanta Falcons. And we know that that can be really, really big, in changing the momentum in football games. So I definitely like this signing of Godwin Igwebuike. I definitely think he could be one of those guys that could possibly make this 53-man roster based upon his skill set as far as a return man. And he possibly could be the 4th running back on the roster, or possibly be a guy that they place on the practice squad if we allow Cordell Patterson to be the guy returning the kicks. And if we're not able to dress him during games, he could be one of those guys that's similar, could be like an insurance policy for Cordell Patterson and for our special teams unit. But I do like this signing. I do think it's a solid signing. Another guy just to bring in more and more competition. But with that being said, you guys let me know what you think of the video. you guys give me your thoughts on Eddie Goldman, us releasing Dorian Etheridge, and also your thoughts on Godwin Igwebuike. Do you think he'll have an impact for this Atlanta Falcons team this season? But with that being said, this has been your boy Jew. I have a lot more content coming for you guys. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button for your boy if you enjoy my content. I have a lot more content coming for you guys as the season training camp continues to heat up next week as they put on the pads. I definitely will have more and more videos coming for you guys. So you're going to want to stay tuned. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content. But I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed, peace.